This has New York Yankees fans fired up as the news has been revealed that Aaron Boone, the manager of the New York Yankees, who's been very controversial, has been extended for another 2 years by the New York Yankees brain trust and Brian Cashman and Hal Steinbrenner as the Yankees move forwards with Aaron Boone throughout the rest of the primes of their key players in Aaron Judge, Giancarlo Stanton, and basically the rest of the New York Yankees, who are a fairly aging team for the most part when it comes to their core players, and we're going to break all of it down. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Yankees Digest. It's Chris here, and guys, if you're enjoying the content and are part of that 71%, make sure to subscribe. This is the place to be for all New York Yankees content, but we're going to jump right into this video, as we always do, because Aaron Boone has been extended by the New York Yankees as he sticks around until 2027, has been revealed by multiple different outlets who mentioned that the New York Yankees decide to move forward with Aaron Boone as he gets a 2-year contract extension, adding on to the next 2 seasons. This year they opted into his option, and the next 2 years after that, Boone will be the New York Yankees manager, barring him getting fired, which feels very unlikely, as the New York Yankees brain trust seemingly loves Aaron Boone. And well, a lot of Yankee fans are going to have differing opinions on this. Some people think it's a good thing. Some people think it's a bad thing. I've been very outspoken that I'm not a big fan of Aaron Boone. But Boone is 7th on the most total games played by any games managed by any New York Yankees manager with 1,032. Above him is Joe Girardi, the previous manager, Ralph Hoke, Miller Huggins, wow, that was a long time ago. Casey Stengel, Joe Torre, obviously, and Joe McCarthy, of course, as number 1. He'll never be caught. However, Aaron Boone now does continue to climb up the list as one of the most long-standing New York Yankee managers. And, well, unlike most of the guys here, he hasn't won a World Series, which is why most Yankee fans are very upset with this move. But Boone spoke on it, obviously, saying, "I'm grateful for the trust this placed in me, lead this team. Wow, I can't read, guys. It's a responsibility and an opportunity that I'll never take lightly. It's great privilege to show up and work every day and be surrounded by so many determined and talented players, coaches, and staff members." Guys, I cannot read right now, so we're going to blow right into the next part. Boone, who's 52 years old, as CBS Sports mentioned, is entering his 8th season as the New York Yankees manager. The team is 604 and 429 with a 584 win percentage under his watch and has won 3 AL East titles in 2019, 2022, and 2024. Boone is 7th all-time in managerial wins and games managed in New York Yankees history, and now Aaron Boone has been confirmed to be sticking around for a while longer. And look, Yankee fans are very fired up about this because Aaron Boone is just a controversial guy. I personally think he's way too buddy-buddy with the players. He's not hard enough on them. He's not a hard manager. He's very much, "Oh, it's okay, buddy, you'll get him next time," and I'm kind of anti that style. I mean, as you can see from the sweatshirt that I wear every day of my life, this, like the Knicks hoodie, I'm a massive New York Knicks fan. I do Knicks Digest as well. You can find me there. We just hit 12,000 subscribers. And one of the things I love about Tom Thibodeau is he's close with the New York Knicks players, but at the same time, he's not afraid to yell at them and give them a hard time as well. He's going to scream at them. We've never seen Aaron Boone truly get fired up at one of his guys and do anything other than coddling. And I think that was a massive problem with a team like the New York Jets as well, with their head coach and Robert Saleh, who got fired, and then Jeff Ulbrich, who took over. And the Jets wanted to kind of change that, and they did. Now, obviously, we're talking about the New York Yankees and the New York Jets, 2 teams that are on opposite sides of the spectrum. The New York Yankees being the greatest franchise in all of the 4 major American sports, and the New York Jets being the New York Jets. So we kind of know where each of these teams stand, so it's hard to compare 2 teams, especially in completely different sports. But Aaron Boone, his style, I don't like it. I don't think it leads to winning games. I think it leads to players getting off too easy for their mistakes and their hardships and their struggles. And I just don't think it's the way to go about things personally. But the New York Jets, that's what I get. The New York Yankees, they have moved forwards with Aaron Boone, and I don't like it, man. He hasn't won you guys a World Series. The drought is still going on. Why would we continue with a guy who has not fixed the drought? Yes, the Yankees finally made the World Series, and they embarrassed themselves. So why would we continue moving forwards with this? It doesn't feel like a good move at all to me. It feels very backwards, and or not even backwards. It just feels so stationary. Like, it doesn't feel like the Yankees are going to move forwards because of this. It doesn't feel like they're going to get better. It doesn't feel like they're going to get much worse. They definitely get worse before they get better because it feels like Aaron Boone's ceiling as a manager is just very mid. And when you're the New York Yankees, you don't settle for mid. You settle for top tier. That is what the New York Yankees have done for so long. However, now with Hal Steinbrenner at the helm, maybe things are changing. Hal decides that he doesn't want to spend too much money and that he's just going to stick around with Aaron Boone and Brian Cashman. Given Brian Cashman has been a better GM than Hal Steinbrenner has been owner, Cashman made a bunch of good trades this offseason like Bellinger and Devin Williams, both of them good moves. The Paul Goldschmidt signing was a fine move as well. And the Max Fried signing was very good. Obviously, that took Hal Steinbrenner's sign-off for all the money that it was going to cost. But still, it is something that worked out in the New York Yankees' favor, or appears like it will work out in the New York Yankees' favor. However, this just does not feel like a good move at all. You're now banking on Aaron Boone being able to handle the rest of the New York Yankees' primes, and Aaron Judge specifically, but also Stanton, who's coming down the hill for sure, but still is an electric player in the playoffs, as we know, and Aaron Boone's their guy for the rest of their primes, and that's interesting. I'm not a big fan of that at all. But hey, I'm just one Yankee fan. What do we think all the other Yankee fans had to say about this? We go to Reddit, where everyone's never in a good mood, and basically 29 other teams' fans just re-signed, basically, or have been extended. People just being very upset all over the board. It's obviously not a great time for these Yankee fans. So let's check Twitter, where everyone's real positive nowadays. Oh no, it's the same. No one wanted Aaron Boone re-signed. Everyone is outspoken about this being a bad idea, saying that he should have been fired after Game 5 of the World Series, which he absolutely should have been. The fact that he's still around is insane. I really thought he was going to get fired after that complete malpractice that he committed. Starting with Nestor Cortez in Game 1, putting him in over Tim Hill was just an absolutely baseless move that made no sense, and it felt like he did it to pay some respect to Nestor Cortez instead of just going with a guy in Tim Hill who had been lights out for you guys for so long. However, the New York Yankees, they decided to stick with a guy who's just made poor decisions all the time. I really am not a fan of this move. I think it's going to lead to the Yankees not really getting much further. And look, they're still a good team. They're probably still the best team in the American League. And playing the Dodgers, it's hard to just give anyone crap for them just losing to the Dodgers because the Dodgers are just so unfairly stacked that it's tough to really, penalize anyone for this. But the Yankees, there's no secret that they just mismanaged that entire World Series. Nothing seemed like it was the right move. Aaron Boone thought about moving Aaron Judge to the leadoff hitting spot. It was just a very weird time to be a New York Yankees fan. I don't think Aaron Judge should have ever been playing center field. I think that was an error on Aaron Boone's part as well. And I think one of the reasons why Judge didn't perform well in the playoffs is because he was probably dealing with a little bit of burnout from having to be your everyday center fielder, despite the fact that Aaron Judge is a right fielder. He is not a center fielder. And he's a very good right fielder because his cannon of an arm, and he's a very solid fielder for right fielding. It doesn't mean he's an elite fielder at center field. And that's the issue that the New York Yankees ran into by putting Aaron Judge there. And it just felt like a mistake on Boone's part, given it's also on Brian Cashman for not getting a true center fielder. But at the end of the day, still, Aaron Boone made a bunch of weird decisions. I don't like the decisions that Boone has made, and I don't like this re-signing at all. Let me know what you guys think down below. Like this video, subscribe, turn on post notifications. Have a great day, and go Yankees.